What's up, everybody? It is Magnificent Monday, the 15th of March. Today's my mom's birthday. I don't know if my mom listens to this, but shout out to my mom. I got a couple other people that that today's her birthday. It's my best friend Zach and my cousin Gage. So shout out to them for happy birthday. My birthday's coming up soon. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. It was a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Hung out with some friends, hung out with some family. Always good things. Watched a lot of college basketball. My coworker, my friend at work, his son, he plays for St. Bonaventure. It's a school up in, I think it's in New York. They play in the Atlantic 10, and I watched them because his son's I think he's a starter on the team. He's pretty good. I watched him, and then I watched the Illinois and Ohio State game, which was a good one. And then I watched the selection show. Saw that IU did not make it. Surprise, you know. And then another big thing. Drew Brees retired. That is my favorite player of all time. He retired today, or not today, but yesterday, which was very sad. I like the way that he did it when he posted on social media with his sons and all that. Like I said, I'm a big Drew Brees fan. And then news of today, which is good news for me. You fired Archie Miller today. Thank God. Round of applause. Archie just didn't fit here anymore, man. He didn't. He'll probably. I think he should. I think he deserves a second shot at a smaller school, a mid-major. But I don't think he deserves it. I don't think he'll do good at another mid-major to get recognition to be on a major program. I just think that he, honestly, I think he just failed us. You know, when we hired Archie Miller, that was the person that was supposed to get us over the hump and get us in farther into the tournament and championship contending, but no, it never happened. But today is pretty much going to be just a college basketball bracket thing. I couldn't figure out how to do a live stream where my screen was being recorded, so you guys are just going to listen to my picks. If any of you guys have filled out a bracket, let me know in the comments on who you think's going to win the championship, who's your Final Four, and if you got any upsets, let me know. I've filled out a couple, and then I'm in a one at work for some money. Not a lot, but I think March Madness is fun. I like picking upsets and all that, but yeah, like I said, let me know down in the comments on who you think's going to win it all, who you think's going to be in the Final Four, and if you got any upsets. But like I said, I hope you had a great weekend. I hope you've had a good day. We're gonna have an amazing week here on the Alex Poppy Show, like we always do. Good times. But we're gonna start off with filling out the bracket. Now that'll probably be it. Honestly. So let's start off ahead. We're going to start off in the West region. The number one seed, Gonzaga. I think they're the number one overall seed, which I don't think that matters this year because it's all in Indiana. But in the West, they ultimately got the number one seed. They either play the winner of Norfolk State and Appalachian State, which I still think they'll win. They're just dominant this year. They got a pretty laid-back conference, but you still have to be good to be number one overall seed, Jalen Suggs, he's a stud. I don't know if he'll fall out in the draft, but I just know he's pretty good. All right, next game, 8th seed Oklahoma versus 9th seed Missouri. Missouri's played up and down all year long. Oklahoma's played pretty much consistent. I think I'm gonna go Oklahoma with that one, just because I don't know which Missouri team's gonna come out. Alrighty, first upset alert. I think I'm gonna pick. I think it's who is this? University of California, St. Barbara. I think if I'm saying that right. Creighton just got knocked out of the Big East tournament. I think they lost to Georgetown, and I think they got blown out. But maybe I'm wrong. But I think UCSB is gonna win that one, and then right after that, I think Ohio is gonna beat Virginia. Virginia has to take a little break with COVID and all that, and they're flying in the day of their game. Ohio's one of the hottest teams in the country right now, just winning the MAC conference. So I think they're gonna upset. So I got a 12 seed upsetting a 5 seed, and a 13 seed upsetting a 4 seed, all in the first round in the same bracket. That's kind of the big ones I have so far. I mean, we want to pick 4 games, but I think Ohio will upset Virginia, and UCSB will upset Creighton, but we'll see. USC versus the winner of Wichita State and Drake. I think USC is going to win that one. I haven't watched much of USC really. Wichita State or Drake. I know Drake's been pretty good this year, but that's about it. Kansas versus East Washington. I think Kansas will win that one. Oregon versus VCU. I think Oregon will win that one. And then Iowa versus Grand Canyon. I think Iowa wins that one. Alrighty, that is the first round for the West region. We're just going to go from region to region. Going on with the South, Baylor, the number 1 seed, is playing Hartford. I think Baylor wins that one pretty easily. Wisconsin, North Carolina. Ooh. See, the 8 and 9 seed games, they're tough to pick because they're damn near even. I don't know. North Carolina, Wisconsin, North Carolina. I can't remember who I picked in my other ones. I think I'm gonna go with North Carolina here. No, I'm gonna go Wisconsin. Gotta write the Big Ten. But that'll be a close game, I believe. Another upset that I've seen people pick is Villanova against Winthrop. Villanova just got beat pretty bad in the tournament, I believe. But I still think they're going to beat Winthrop. Hopefully that doesn't come bite me in the butt later down. Purdue versus North Texas. I think Purdue's a pretty good team. They're a pretty solid 4 seed. So I think they're going to win that one. I don't know much about North Texas in basketball. They're good, obviously, because they made it to the tournament. But I think Purdue, they just have too much size. So I believe they'll win. All right, moving on. Texas Tech versus Utah State. I'm going to go to Texas Tech there. And then Arkansas versus Colgate. I watched the Colgate game for a little bit. They got shooters, so that's a possible upset. But I think... I don't know. I'm going to go Colgate just to... I don't know. Let's look at the stats. Colgate's only lost 1 game. Yeah, I'm going to go Colgate. Let's just see what happens there. Maybe they'll pull up the upset. Who knows? Virginia Tech in Florida, the 7 and 10 matchup. I think Virginia Tech will win that one. Ohio State and Oral Roberts. I believe Ohio State will win that one. So I got Baylor winning, Wisconsin winning, Villanova winning, Purdue, Texas Tech, Colgate, Virginia Tech, and Ohio State winning. And then moving on to the Midwest region, which I think is probably the toughest one to get out of. The number 1 seed will be Illinois, for sure. Illinois that's a good team. You think about it, they got Kofi Coburn, they got Ayo Dosunmu, who's just balling out. They've got that freshman Corbello, who's pretty good. They got that Georgie guy. He's really good. They got good size. They got Trent Frazier. That's a championship contending team, honestly. Ask me. But yeah, they play Drexel, and I don't even think it's gonna be close. Loyola, Chicago versus Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech just won the ACC tournament for like the first time. I think it was like 1993. That's crazy. But Loyola, Chicago. I don't think they. I think they got. I think they should have been higher seeded because they're ranked, and they won their conference pretty easily. So I really think Loyola, Chicago versus Illinois. That's just they want that to happen because they're both state or Illinois. So I think I'm gonna go with Loyola, Chicago, and a close one against Georgia Tech. Tennessee versus Oregon State. I'm gonna go Tennessee with this one. Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee. Pretty close one, 5-12. It's rare to see a Power 5 school as a 12 seed, but it's 2021, so who cares? Next game is Oklahoma State versus Liberty. I watched Oklahoma State. I watched them for the first time over the weekend, and that kid Cunningham had like 4 points at halftime. He finished with 29 points. I don't know. I think he's like the number 1 pick, or that's where he's going. He's like 6'8". He's the size of LeBron. But just a pure bucket. So I don't know where he'll fall in the draft. I imagine top 5, top 3. But I think he leads Oklahoma State in the first round win against Liberty. Moving on, San Diego State versus Syracuse. I think San Diego State is playing as well as anybody in the country. They're one of the best defensive teams that I've seen this year, and they can score. But who can't obviously? But I think there'll be too much to handle for Syracuse, and I think they'll beat Syracuse. Moving on, I got another upset here. West Virginia versus Morehead State. 3-14. I think Morehead State's gonna win that one. They're gonna shock West Virginia. West Virginia hasn't been playing that well recently, like the last month. They beat a couple games at home. They got bounced out of the tournament. I think Morehead State will be a sleeper and they'll win that game. Clemson versus Rutgers. I think Rutgers wins that one. It's an upset. It's 10-7, but that Rutgers team's really tough. I might be saying that because I got beat by them, but I mean, what is stats here? They they're 1-7 versus top 25. Jesus. They score more. We'll see. I think they can win that game, though, for sure. Clemson's not a team to sleep on, though. I might be wrong on that one, but we'll see. Cleveland State versus Houston. Houston being the 2 seed. I think this is going to be an easy one for Houston. They're going to win. So that wraps it up for the Midwest region. Couple upsets. Moving on to the East. For the first round, East. The first seed, the number 1 seed in the East is Michigan. I'm surprised that they got it. I'm not surprised that they got it. But I thought it'd be a little more questionable since they didn't win the Big Ten tournament. But they did lose to a good Ohio State team, and they only lost by 1 point. So I guess that's a good game. The Big Ten's tough. I think the Big Ten's the best conference in college basketball. Maybe that's a little biased because I'm an IU fan, but I believe that they are the best team in the conference, or the best conference in college. But I think Michigan beats the team between Texas State and I don't know the other school, or Texas Southern. I'm sorry, but the next game is LSU versus St. Bonaventure. I'm gonna go St. Bon just because my buddy at work. And they're also one of the best defensive teams in the country. But LSU played in Alabama down to the wire yesterday. So, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a good game. But I'm hoping that St. Bonaventure wins for sure. Colorado versus Georgetown. I think Georgetown's going to keep the high streak going, man. I think they're going to keep going. I think they're going to upset Colorado. They put them as a 12 seed. They won the Big East. I mean, I guess for the record, but I mean that Georgetown team, there's a team that's on fire. That is Georgetown. They are playing lights out. They ran right through that Big East tournament. They blew out in the championship game against Villanova. Yeah, Villanova. But, yeah, I think Georgetown will win that one. Florida State versus UNC Greensboro. I think Florida State wins that one. Scotty Barnes takes over. BYU versus the winner of Michigan State and UCLA. I think Michigan State's going to win against UCLA and then upset BYU. Yep. Michigan State's getting hot as well. There's a lot of teams that are just getting hot at the right time. And those are the most scary teams. You never want to play anybody that's hot going into a tournament, and that's for sure. Texas, who won the Big 12 championship, plays some Christian school, Abil Christian. What is it? I don't even know. Well, anyways, I think Texas wins that one easily. UConn versus Maryland. Maryland as a 10 seed. UConn as a 7 seed. Ooh. Be a good one. I'm going to go Maryland here. Yeah, I'm going to go Maryland. And then, it'll be a close one, but I think Maryland pulls that one out. Alabama versus Iona. Alabama wins that one easily. Alabama is a really good team. Really good. Alright, moving on to the round of 32. Back in the West region. Gonzaga versus Oklahoma. I think Gonzaga wins. A little bit of a closer game than the first one, obviously, but I think they win. Alright, and then I have UCSB versus Ohio. I think Ohio wins that one. Gets to the Sweet 16. They might be that Cinderella team. USC versus Kansas. I'm going to go with Kansas. And then I'm going to go Iowa versus Oregon. I'm going to go with Oregon. I think Iowa's the first, one of the top seeds to get upset this weekend or in the early rounds of the tournament. Luka Garza is good, and I think Oregon has some size on them, but their shooters are inconsistent. Like Bohannon, I like Bohannon. I think he's a great player, but he's shown at times where he can be really, really, really inconsistent. And when he's not on, they're a different team. Whenever he's not on, they can focus on Luka Garza and draw those double teams. And if he's not hitting, he's not hitting. I mean, I'm not saying just leave him wide open, but if he's not on, I mean that's a whole new team. And I think if Oregon can shut down Bohannon, and they can limit Garza's ability, I think they can win that one, and they'll upset Iowa. Moving on to the South region, Sweet 16, or the round of 32, Baylor versus Wisconsin. I think Baylor wins that one. Be a close one. Wisconsin's a very tough team, but I think Baylor wins. Villanova versus Purdue. I'm going to go with Purdue just because of their size. Villanova's been dealing with a little bit of injuries this year, and that's kind of limited. I think it was their guards that are getting hurt, but I think Purdue's guards are pretty good, and I think they start like 2 freshmen or 3 freshmen or something. They play a lot of freshmen. Painter, but I think Purdue is gonna win that one. They're gonna get to the Sweet 16. Watch out. Texas Tech versus Colgate. I think Texas Tech is gonna win that one. Colgate might give them a run in that first half, but they'll probably die out in second. And then Virginia Tech versus Ohio State. I'm going to go with Ohio State. Pretty close one, but Ohio State's a really good team. They went through, did they beat Iowa? Is that who they beat? No, they beat Michigan. I know that in the semifinal. Who they beat in the, maybe it was Rutgers. I don't know. But I know they went through that Big Ten tournament and they barely lost to that Illinois team. I think they'll make a deeper run. Alright, moving on to the Midwest region. Sweet 16 at Loyola, Chicago, and Illinois. I think it's going to be a really close game. Where's this one played at? Is this played in Assembly Hall? Oh, this is played in Lucas Oil Stadium. Okay. That's cool. Illinois is going to play Loyola, Chicago. I think they're going to win. Really close game. But I believe Illinois will pull that one out. Tennessee versus Oklahoma State. I think Tennessee. I don't know. Let me look at this. I'm going to go Oklahoma State. I think their offense is too much for... No, wait. I got that wrong. So, Tennessee only allows 63 points a game. Oklahoma State allows almost 73 points a game. But Oklahoma State averages more. I think Cade Cunningham's gonna take over. He's gonna win them the game against Tennessee in a close one. Probably a couple overtimes, maybe a single overtime. Because he can go down to the wire. It's hard to predict the first and second round games, because anything can happen. I mean, I predicted 2 upsets back to back. I have a 12 seed and a 13 seed going against it in the second round. You never know with March, man. You never know. It's March Madness. I mean, it's literally madness. Like, who would have predicted Loyola Chicago to go all the way to the Final Four? A couple years back. Not me. I had them winning the first round. That was it. But yeah, it's hard to pick these games, man. I'm not gonna lie. But moving on, San Diego State versus Morehead State. I think San Diego State's gonna win, get into the Sweet 16. And then Rutgers versus Houston. I think Houston will win that one. But yeah, man, like I said, it's hard to pick these games sometimes. It's hard. All right, St. Bonaventure versus Michigan. Oh, I don't know. St. Bonaventure, like I said, they're one of the best teams in the country defensive wise. Oh, I don't know. They don't. I mean, they can score, but. Did we pull up an upset alert here? Or do we think? We'll come back to that game. Georgetown versus Florida State. I think Georgetown gets to the Sweet 16. I think I'm going to ride with them for a while. They're really good. Alright, and then I think Michigan State versus Texas. Oh, Texas. We'll go Texas, that one. A close one. Shaka Smart's got a team down there in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, Alright, and then the last game for that is Maryland versus Alabama. I think Alabama wins that one, for sure. Back to this Michigan-St. Bonaventure game. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll go Michigan, just safer bet. I think it'll be a good game. Sorry, Brad. I didn't pick your son's team, but I think Michigan will win that one, a close one. So that does it for the round of 32. Back up to the West region for the Sweet 16. Gonzaga versus Ohio. I think Gonzaga won that one by a lot. And then Kansas versus Oregon. I'm going to go Kansas. Another close game. But nonetheless, Kansas will win. Alright, into the South region. Baylor versus Purdue. I'm going to go I'm going to go with Purdue. Yeah, I'm going to go with Purdue. Yep. Purdue's going to make a run here. And then Texas Tech versus Ohio State. Go with Ohio State. Ooh. Purdue and Ohio State in the Elite Eight? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Alright. So that does it for the South region. Midwest. Illinois and Oklahoma State. I think Illinois will win that one. And then San Diego State versus Houston. I think San Diego State upsets Houston and moves on to the Elite Eight. Texas versus Alabama. I think Alabama wins. Michigan and Georgetown. I think I'm going with Michigan in this one. So Michigan and Alabama. So I got 1, 2, 4 Big Ten teams in the Elite Eight. Telling you, bro. Best conference in the league. In the whole country. Alright, on to the Elite Eight. Who do we think is going to make it to the Final Four? Not Georgia. Gonzaga or Kansas? I think Gonzaga wins that one. Purdue versus Ohio State. I think Ohio State wins that one. And then who I think is going to win between Illinois and San Diego State? I think Illinois wins that one. and a close one, a really close one. And then Michigan versus Alabama. I think Alabama wins that one. All right. So I got 2 seeds and 2 1 seeds in the tournament in the Final Four. Ooh. All right. So the first one is Alabama and Gonzaga. I think Gonzaga wins there. And then Ohio State versus Illinois. I think Ohio State gets revenge. I think they're gonna upset Illinois. Oh no, I don't. But it's hard to beat a good team twice. I think Illinois is going to win that one. And then I think Illinois is going to win it all. And then I think the score will be 67-63. Illinois wins. So I've got Illinois. So my Final Four is Illinois, Ohio State, Gonzaga, and Alabama. And then national championship, Illinois and Gonzaga. And I think Illinois will win that one. But, let me know what you think about my picks. Any things you would change. But I'm filling out something real quick. Sorry. But like I said earlier, let me know who you think's gonna get in your Final Four. And then let me know who you think is going to be your national championship, and you got any upsets, let me know. Sorry guys, I'm filling out some information real quick. And then yep, my thing just was submitted. That's my bracket for ESPN. Like I said earlier, this is probably all we're going to do today. Tomorrow we'll go a little bit more through the sports. Catch up on some NFL free agency because it's going down right now. So if you guys have any comments or suggestions on what you would like me to do in the future, or any ideas, like I know I'm getting a GoPro for my birthday. And so if you got any ideas on what you would like me to go do while I have my GoPro, I know I'm going. I think early April I'm going to a Cincinnati Reds game, so I will more likely take that there. But like I said, just let me know if you got any suggestions on what you'd like me to do, what you'd like to see. If there's anything else besides sports you'd like me to talk about, I'm always open to it. But if there's anything I can tell you today, is have a great day. Treat yourself. Be a good person. Be a better person tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.